for many citizens in Canada, they're opposed to the government's involvement in the Security Prosperity Partnership. It's done in secret primarily. It affects us, affects our income, it affects the way we do our business, it affects our social life. Those kinds of decisions should be made in Parliament, in front and in open to the public, not in secret.
We should be inside. We should be at the table. We are the people. We should be discussing the future of our country.
Brother, take your mask off. No. Put the rock down, man. Put the rock down. Hey. Put the rock down. This is our line.
To other news now, and what appears at first glance to be just another of the dozen or so protest videos from this week's Montebello summit posted on YouTube. But some of the dissenters themselves are saying, look again. They say 3 protesters on the video aren't legit, sent only to provoke and incite violence.
The man yelling is a union leader. The man he's yelling at is unidentified, silent behind his mask, clutching a rock. 2 others like him stand nearby. The protesters accuse them of being undercover cops.
But in particularly, I'm sure that they were targeting the CEP. I mean, we had a really strong message that we've been trying to deliver for months around national energy security. The Prime Minister doesn't want that kind of message out. We've been making a lot of noise, starting to get some traction. As you know, we've got 3 applications before the National Energy Board. They don't like what we're saying, and I'm quite convinced that they were trying to make sure we were discredited.
The men were removed but never charged. After 2 days of questions, the Sûreté du Québec issued a news release late today confirming, yes, the men are police officers, but denying they were agents provocateurs, claiming they were sent in to identify and stop trouble. They say the police refused to throw stones, committed no crime, and were there to maintain order and security.
You fucking cops! You fucking cops! Get out of town! Cops out of town!
At no time did the officer in question engage in provocation or incite anyone to commit violent act.
They made it very clear there's been no inciting of violence at these events, and I believe they stuck with that.
These 3 guys are cops, everybody!
I think the role of the police is to stand by and just to ensure that it doesn't get out of hand. The police should have a complete arm's length relationship with the politicians. They shouldn't be allowed to use them to break up picket lines, to cause a disturbance in a peace march. They're supposed to be upholding the law. Those police that were undercover committed criminal acts, and I think that's an absolute affront against democracy.
We were told we could present these petitions, which are thousands of petitions from Canadians all across the country, officially and peacefully to a delegation. 1 hour ago, we were told the RCMP had been told this is not their decision by Foreign Affairs, that we can no longer submit these petitions. This is a political decision. This means that we're getting the word out on the SPP, and they don't like it, and so they are blocking us here from telling our story in there.
Well, I think that it's time that actually we put more people in the street. I think the politicians aren't listening. They think that they can do and say what they want and only have to face us at election time. I think that there is enough misbehavior by the government of Canada and some of the provinces that they've got to be held accountable. I think it's time for more direct action by people like our membership.
Put the rock down,